From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Start! 230. 52 right here. Come on, baby.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
So don't say nothing.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North. Dalton, 1st and 10. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw here, Dalton. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Andy Dalton. Short pass complete to the tight end, Kroon. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw them.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield.
And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Carl Lawson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43.
1st down, Steelers.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. On 1st down, it's Samuels. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down now, Samuels, and he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Kill. Jack 16. Mike 52. Go. Hey, Mike 52. Pilot 64. Weak. Sponge.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This is Samuels. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Like 5. Check 52. Come on. Here we go.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Boswell good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You ain't going nowhere. Out.
On third down, Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Mixon with a first down carry. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
And now to the air, Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
Block 80! Watch the pass. Shit. Alert.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bengals will get it at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And Dalton to throw. He finds Riddick complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
2-2. Move. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Passing. It's Dalton. That's caught. It's Eli Rogers. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Dalton with a first and 10. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, Mixon. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Dalton looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
No spacing.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. That'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The former Michigan State Spartan, the rookie Justin Lane, there to bat it away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And some room to work. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Bilal Powell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
This is brought in at the 21. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days. Offensive line.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
50. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
On 3rd down, Powell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Samuels again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Block 80! Let's go, B, let's go!
Roethlisberger will throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll field this at the 5. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They'll run on first down. It's Powell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They go again with Powell. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. That's caught by Treadwell. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
Mike up. Check 55, Mike.
On first down, Powell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 12, Dalton. Short pass complete to the tight end Kroom. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Come on. You better bring it.
To throw here, Dalton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Sean Davis with a pick. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
We got it.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Big check.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Set up out.
At the Bengals 13-yard line.
Someone West. 52 right here. 52. 52 is the mic. Mike 52. Mike 8. Block it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin Bush brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. So Dalton now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Big Ben, with his size, sometimes it still surprises me when he can dance for a first.
He's the preeminent quarterback at taking contact, shedding it, and turning it into a big play. You know what they say about him? It's not the first 3 seconds of the play that you worry about with him. It's the next 3. Takes the hit, and now he creates a big one.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Cut! 180. Oh, here we go. Oh. Black and third.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. 20. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Bengals' 21-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Staying on the ground with Samuels. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
57's the mic. Watch 57. These two. What do you do? Watch the whip.
Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
56.
They start this with a run for Powell. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They run with Powell. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
On 2nd down now, it's Powell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is the running back, Powell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Cincinnati, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.